Tennis Warrior Nation, this is Coach Dimi again, today with the topic how to set your goals the smart way. Goals are very important. You need to have short, middle and long-term goals, but most important is the SMART formula. The S in SMART stays for specific. The M in SMART stays for measurable. So your goal has to be quantifiable to track progress. The A in SMART stays for attainable. So your goal has to be realistic. The R in SMART stays for relevant. Make sure that your goal aligns with your mission. And the last letter, the T, stands for time. So make sure that your goal has a deadline. S-M-A-R-T. SMART. So let's start with the S. As an example, I picked the forehand return on the do side. There's already a detail in this information. So playing the return from the do side is different from playing the return on the add side. When you return the first serve with the forehand, it is crucial that your unit turn is just about 45 degrees because you need to be in front with your contact point and you don't have the time to make the full unit turn and the full backswing. So your forehand return on first serve lives from the energy of the server. It is different when you return the forehand on a second serve. There you have more time for the backswing, and for example you can move into the court and have a wider backswing so you can accelerate the racket more. So you have to produce more power on your own on the return because the ball is not coming with so much energy. So the backswing of the forehand return of the first serve has to be very compact, and on the forehand return of the second serve you have most of the times more time and you have a bigger backswing. As you can see, there's already a lot of information on how to return on the first and on the second serve. Also on the forehand return of the first serve, you will not have the time to run around your backhand, and so on first serves you play the forehand return when the ball is coming into the forehand. On second serves you have the time to run around the backhand and you can act with the forehand too. Let's have a look onto what I mean with the word specific. So here you can see the player having a compact backswing and moving into the court, returning a first serve. Here you see him returning a second serve, a kick serve, where he's going a little bit back and then having a bigger backswing. Here again the compact backswing, and then on a second serve running around the backhand and playing the forehand. Here an exercise to underline the aggressive forward movement with the resistance band. Here you can see clearly that on a first serve with the ball he is still bringing the racket too much back, but without the ball he is doing the just 45 degree unit turn and is in front. The M in SMART stays for measurable, so your goal has to be quantifiable to track progress. Put a target onto the other side and your player has to return 10 serves, and you can measure the quality and the precision of the strokes from how many balls go into the target. So here you see the target for down the line, a return on the first serve. You can see here how he's trying to aim the target. And you will see now that I'm feeding the balls from the net. And you can see now that I'm feeding the balls from the net, trying to imitate a fast first serve. You can do this first from the net position, then go to the tee line, then back to the baseline and serve also in a normal way. Here you see him returning one time the first serve with having no time, and then also returning a second serve with running around the backhand and playing the forehand into the backhand. Here again the target in the backhand. Here the
return of the first serve and the return of the second serve where he's running around the backhand again. One more time. And here you can see him how he's running around the backhand and playing an aggressive forehand on the second serve.
So when it is about that your goal has to be attainable, so it has to be realistic, then you can see it how many balls the player gets into the target. So if he returns 10 serves and only 2 go in, then this is not a realistic target. So you have to widen the target maybe, so he gets more returns inside, and then it is more realistic again. When you want to see how relevant your goal is, so how good does your goal aligns with your mission? In that case, the quality of your forehand return from the deuce side on first and second serve will determine how good you will get into the point, or how good you can get into the rally, or how good you maybe can produce a winning shot, or maybe a setup shot, so you are able to get the point with the third or fourth ball. And for the last point, that your goal has to be a deadline, so there is a time limit, you can also let your player return in a certain time. So for example, he is doing this for 3 minutes, and you will see how many returns he gets into the target. When you see the development of the forehand return on first and second serves from deuce side as a middle or long-term goal, then it comes to another point. Then it is important that your player is able to produce this kind of returns also in a practice match, and he's able in time to transfer the performance also into official matches. So try to have always smart goals. So much for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and to activate the notification bell. So much for today. See you soon. Your Coach Dimi. Bye.